This is the town my dad was born in, and the town he disappeared from. He left Ghana decades ago and never came back. No one really knows why. Not his friends, not his family, not even me. But today I've returned to that town to retrace his steps. I had no idea I'd leave there a chief. It turns out if my dad had ever come back home, he would have been royalty. And because I came instead, there's a role for me here too. This is the story of how I ended up being enstooled, crowned as a sub-chief in my dad's village. This isn't just about my dad anymore, it's about me. If you've ever wondered what it means to find your roots, or be claimed by a family you've never met, this is what it looks like. But first, let me explain how I got here. My dad was born and raised in Ghana. He moved to the UK, met my mum, had me, and then for reasons I've been trying to figure out ever since, he cut off all ties to Ghana and to the family he left behind. He never told me anything about them. In 2011, he passed away. After he died, I found a secret box under his bed, and inside the truth about a life he'd kept hidden from all of us. He was a decade older than we thought. He had a secret wife, and among all the paperwork were letters and photos of his family back home. He'd cut them off, but clearly he still really cared about them. I've been retracing his life, hoping to understand why he kept so much hidden. That journey's led me to old friends, former colleagues, and even more mysteries. After years of digging, my detective work finally paid off and led me to one of my Ghanaian family members for the very first time, my cousin Edward. That discovery is what brought me here, to connect with my roots, to meet his family, and understand the culture that shaped him. My first 48 hours in Kyebi had been pretty full on. I'd been given a crash course in Ashanti culture and history, met the chief of Kyebi, been to the house, to the room my dad was born in, and then surprised with a ceremony in honour of his memory. And to top it all off, I'd been introduced to the larger-than-life prof, a cousin of mine with a passion for life, and the occasional midday drink. Well, it's always 5 o'clock somewhere. I couldn't shake the feeling with the people I was meeting that they were genuinely hurt by the way Dad had left things. And as Dad had left and would never return, but I was there now, I kind of got the feeling that I was representing him for those people. It was exhausting. Emotionally, I was drained. I felt a weight of responsibility and expectation on my shoulders that I hadn't expected before I arrived. And yet, I was having the most amazing time, and I couldn't wait to see what would happen next. It was time for a new day, and once again, I had no idea what I was in for, and I could never have imagined how this day was going to play out. When we arrived back in Kyebi, the day was already getting started. I stopped for a chat with the chief and told him about meeting the prof the day before.
He's good. He was sleeping when we left.
This is our team here. When you meet him, you drink a lot.
We drank.
I know him. How is he?
He's very well.
Wow.
He's loving life. He's enjoying every minute.
No, it's my brother.
Yeah.
So I know how he is.
He's great. He's a strong character, powerful man.
We are going. I want you to know that you are in your hometown.
Thank you.
Yesterday, I'd seen the house where Dad grew up from the outside, but today we were going in, where many of the elders were getting ready for the day's events. I was feeling a little underdressed compared to everyone else, but that was about to change. I got called into one of the bedrooms. It was time for a new fit. The chief and a few others took me to get kitted out. Kwesi was pleased with the new look, I think.
Oh, you fool. Oh, that's great. That's great. Nice.
Yes. It feels right. Yeah.
So my father would have had something similar. Yeah. Similar thing. Okay. Yeah. So it's a privilege. Thank you. Amazing.
Let's go.
And then it was time to head across town to where the funeral ceremony was taking place. As usual, I wasn't exactly sure what was going on or what I needed to do, but I was guided in the right direction at all times. And as always, if in doubt, dance. The funeral ceremony that was taking place involved many of the local royal families from across the region, and they had all turned up to pay their respects. The chief is an absolute natural at the meet and greet. He encouraged me to do the same. Okay. So a Ghanaian, Nigerian, and a Kenyan walk into a bar. Anyone? Tough crowd. It took me a minute or two to get going, but I think I won them over in the end. Not too bad for my official debut on the Kyebi social circuit. The whole concept of the funeral is very different in Ghana than in the UK, where it's a pretty somber, serious experience. Funerals in Ghana are often major social events bringing whole communities together. These funerals can also last for several days and be attended by hundreds or even thousands of people, including extended family, friends, and community members. As much as this was a time to remember the dead, it was clearly also a time to dress up, dance, and celebrate. People came with energy to this event, and this was probably only the first of several days of people getting together in honour of those who'd passed away. The music was a vibe too. After an hour or so, we headed back to Dad's old house, but I got the feeling the celebrations would be going on for some time to come. Thanks for watching. Your interaction with the videos really helps the channel to grow, so please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Once we got back to the house, there was another big surprise waiting for me. I was going to become a sub-chief. My dad would have been royalty if he'd ever made it back to Ghana, and in honour of that, I was being enstooled, the process of being made into a chief. This was insane. Every day in Ghana had been a massive surprise for me, but being made a chief of the village my dad had come from was not on my bingo card. This was a serious honour. Kwesi and the elders were taking it seriously, and so was I.
This is for the chief, for the queen mother who is sitting down here. This stool belongs to her. Another stool for the sub-chiefs. And this particular stool is the one given to Joseph. This particular stool given to him. So he has been installed as one of our sub-chiefs of Kyebi here. So he is now a chief of this family, and this is his stool.
It was time to get dressed up again, this time in white for the installment ceremony.
Yeah, this is your chief. Okay.
So much was going on, lots of energy and last minute outfit changes. As always, I was just going to go with it and see how things went. And then we waited as the elders and crowds gathered. The installment ceremony was about to begin.
Kyebi man enya bibia se na eda bonda ena eda kase ema agro busua adentra komra fie agro dihye otu kwan ko amanone no okoye no nyame adom okonya abroni ba safe Kwame Otin. Ebra entwemu anase ebebeya na oma yeti se ebra ni papa free mu no. Na sese nka ni papa de no ba. Na esese busua no ye boni chidom ne ye gya no kwan. Nananom ene ne soanom ne abusua no. Mane yire free abusua yi. Okure mane yire free ni papa kromo afre ni Kyebi. Okure mane yire free o man Ghana. Ye man bye bye. Ene ayiko ne ne yo.
And then it was time for me to say a few words. I want to say one more time, thank you so much to everybody for welcoming me into this community, into this family. It's been, it's taken me a very long time to find everybody here and to find where my dad came from and to find the people that were important to him, the people that raised him. And it's an honor to be here now to share the experience with all of you. I look forward. I'm already planning my next trip back here. I'm coming back soon, for sure. And when I come next time, I will bring my father's ashes with me so that he can be buried with his brothers as it should be. So yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And with that, the ceremony was over. I was a chief. A sub-chief, at least. A chieflet. It would be my role to help with the development of Kyebi and Nsuta, raising the profile of the town, encouraging projects that could help Kyebi grow and bring more opportunities to the locals. So, here we go. My fellow YouTubers, this whole episode is part of my official duties to let you know that Nsuta Kyebi exists. A place of unmatched beauty, bold spirit and boundless potential. The people are proud, not just of the rich traditions and culture, but of the way we treat one another, like family. Come and visit, share in our heritage, invest in our future. Because development doesn't have to come from the top. Sometimes it starts from the ground, where the roots are strong. I'm Joseph Kwame Jaquesto-Teng, Sub-Chief of Nsuta Kyebi, and I approve this message. We headed back into the house for a well-earned beer, and after a while, the chief started talking to me about Dad and how he disappeared from his life back in the 80s.
I don't know what to say. It's about 40 years or something like that. I talked to your dad.
The last time you saw Dad was in 88.
I didn't see him.
At all? Not once?
I talked to him on phone. It was 87. I talked to your dad.
The pain of how Dad left things was never too far away. It was time to go. It had been a long and amazing day. We said our goodbyes to the people of Kyebi and headed back onto the road to Nsuta. I had arrived here a man and left here a chief. I'd only been here a few days, but a piece of me belonged to this place now. But there was still one final stop to make before we headed back to Accra. We were going to Obuasi, the town my dad became a teacher in, to see what life was like for him before he left his old life behind and came to the UK. See you in the next episode.